Welcome everybody back to the shoe for the post-game show of the Ohio State Spring Game. I'm Kevin Lapka, your host, alongside Casey Smith, Gabe, Burggraf, uncovering what we just saw from the scrimmage here on Saturday. Scarlet versus the Gray, the offense versus the defense. Scarlet comes away with the victory. There was a modified scoring format, but the offense got it done. They came away with the win, but Ohio State won regardless. No matter what would have happened, Ohio State would have won, and that's going to make everybody happy. But Gabe, what did you see specifically from the receivers and the quarterbacks, the two position groups we talked about in the pregame show that were kind of the highlights of today's game?
Starting with the receivers, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and C.J. Stroud really just kept going where they left off last season. Emeka Egbuka had a couple nice catches over the middle of the field as well. And Xavier Johnson and Keon Grays also played pivotal roles. It's nice to see those guys as secondary receivers. The Buckeyes are going to need that, losing Wilson and Olave. They're going to need everything they can get from the wide receiver position, especially if the defense targets Njigba and Emeka Egbuka down the field.
Okay, so we talked in the pregame show about Jim Knowles, the new defense coming out here. We only saw tackling with the second and third units, didn't see it with the first unit. What'd you make of the defense today?
Yeah, that was a big storyline coming in. Just how is the defense going to be able to play? Ryan Day made it a point. Some guys, they come into the stadium. There was only 60,000 people here. Some guys come into the stadium and they make an impact. One of those guys for me was Cameron Kittle and Noah Potter. Those two really showed out. Cameron Kittle had the only turnover of the game off a tip pass. Devin Brown tried to loft it down the sideline, looking for Caleb Burton on the intended pass, but it was tipped up in the air, tipped it right to himself. Cameron Kittle did. Got the Gray a couple points, part of their 27 points that they were able to muster. That's pretty good, especially when you're going against one of the best offenses in the country. That's what Ohio State really talked about, really rounding out this camp is focusing on the fundamentals, and I think you saw that a lot today. One play that really sticks out in my mind is Jack Sawyer's spin move on Paris Johnson Jr. to be able to get the sack. It was just a beautiful play, reminding me of Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis back in the day, back in the early 2000s. Just that classic spin move, get to the quarterback. Expect that a lot this upcoming season, especially with Jack Sawyer being in position for that jack position to be able to roam around the offensive line. The other guy in contention, Mitchell Milton, went down with an apparent leg injury. He was hobbling off the field. He didn't return, so Jack Sawyer should be in the driver's seat for that jack position, and he put on display what he can do if he's really given the keys to the driver's seat and he's really able to go. He's got such a high motor.
That's right, and if you hear a lot of screaming in the background here, it's because just over there to our left, Chris Olave signing autographs. He was one of many alumni who showed up, including Justin Fields, Orlando Pace, Garrett Wilson, and Cam Hayward, many others, about 50 or so Ohio State alumni. So it was a fun environment here at the shoe for the fans to see a little bit of Ohio State football and get a taste of those alumni who got to come back to where it all started for them in college. So that'll do it for myself, Kevin, Casey, and Gabe. This has been Lantern TV Sports post-game show. We'll see you guys in the fall for the Ohio State 2022-2023 season. Casey and Gabe will have you guys holding it down for that. Until August, that'll do it for us here at Lantern TV. Take care.